All right, welcome back from that episode. The next topic for us is the discussion of lasting impact of Power Ranger toys have had on the toy industry.
You guys like how I've been writing this stuff down, right?
I actually was.
He didn't even read this.
Surprised I read through that. Welcome again to this episode of Zero to Hero. I hope all you grid travelers have found the right podcast to listen to. Thanks everyone listening and joining again for another episode of Zero to Hero. I'm Billy, and I'm always joined by my brother Jim, the only man that doesn't know what an elephant and a rhino is together, but Elephant Rhino.
All right, that's it. That's a new episode, guys.
That's it.
Bye.
See you later. Oh man. So, Jim, what's going on today? What's the news?
What's the news? What's the news? Well, we got some cool stuff in the pipeline right now.
Yeah?
So I got bored of looking at our website, so I wanted to rebuild it. So I'm rebuilding our website right now. It's going to go live here in a couple days once I get everyone's information and stuff set up how I want to. But I think it looks snazzy.
It looks good. Even though there's no color in it. It's all black and white.
Well, it adapts to your screen. So if you have a light, you're using a light mode, it goes to light. If you're using dark mode, it goes to dark. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
You can change it back and forth if you want to.
And
I think
if we have any new listeners today, definitely check out our Facebook group called Not Lightning Collection, but we will talk about anything in the nerddom. It doesn't have to be specifically Power Rangers. You can also show your toy collections, what you're collecting, what you want. Like, bring up some discussions in there. We love to talk about anything. Also, again, follow us on our socials at Zeo to Hero, all one word, in Instagram, Twitter, whatever is out there. We're on it.
TikTok. Though, if you go into that group and start talking about Batman, oh my God, you're gonna ruin yourself.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
But
don't do it. That new Justice is gonna be all up in your face about it. Oh.
But yeah, so today's episode, we're gonna kind of go in a little deep dive on Power Rangers and the toys. Basically, what influenced toys.
Wait. Are you saying we're doing the toys that made someone?
No.
Right? Is it the toys that made?
No.
Oh no, we're not doing a Netflix thing? Damn
it! Oh man. Yeah, so it should be fun. It should be fun because we were in the toys. We're still in. We still are.
We were so into the toys. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, solely into the toys. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you think you're in the toys, who is this then? Who's that?
That is no one can see it. We don't do a video podcast.
That's Wee Woo Police, man. That's Blue Centurion.
No. You know what? I'm gonna call it what it is. I'm gonna call it exactly what it is. Your money right there in front of you.
I can't complain. It was $10.
It actually wasn't that bad of a price. All right, so we're gonna talk about Power Rangers toys and Power Rangers in the market, like what it did to the toys market. It's going to be kind of like, we're not going to get into super detail because that's not who we are.
Because Toys That Made Us has already done it.
Don't be telling people about that show, Jesus.
Yeah.
Come here. If you can't afford listen, if you can't afford if you can't afford Netflix.
Who are you arguing with?
I'm arguing with the damn. You listen here.
Oh, God, no, it's worse than I thought.
Come here.
Oh, man. So, let's get
back in 1993.
Yeah,
Chaim Saban and his production studio, Saban Entertainment, created a show called Power Rangers as a second attempt to bring Japanese-based TV shows to America. And that's the station. They made the Power Rangers toys, the flippy head Power Rangers toys, and it took the nation by storm. By storm. You listen to, I mean by storm. Right. Everyone wanted one. Everybody wanted.
They could not find them on the shelves when they first, because they did not expect Power Rangers to be so popular.
They flew off the shelves so fast they could not keep the shelves stocked. Like it was
Toys
bad. You know how
ransacked.
many? You know how many TMNT toys we got when we couldn't find the Power Rangers toys? We got a few. Yeah, it was terrible. I hated TMNT as a kid because I was like, I want a Power Rangers. And like, no, we don't got any Power Rangers stuff. We only got a TMNT. And I'm like, I don't care. I want a Power Rangers. So that's why I had distaste for TMNT for a while.
You did all that just for that?
Exactly. Highlight them apples.
Be a long episode.
Well, you're the one who's like, let's do this 3 hours. I'm like, okay, if you really want to, sure.
Okay, but yeah. So, the toy line was introduced in '93, right? Because they produced it before the show.
No, they produced it alongside the show. So the show came out, and that's when the toys came out. It was right on the same time. Because
toys nowadays, like especially with Hasbro, they'll drop the toys before the movie comes out, and people get mad.
Yeah, so
people get mad because it's like they're spoiling the movie, but like they're just spoiling characters. They're not spoiling the storyline. Yeah,
they're not spoiling unless you're talking about Spider-Man 3: Far From Home.
They definitely spoiled that one.
No Way Home. That
Same
was
with Ghostbusters too. They spoiled Ghostbusters. What's the last one they did? Afterlife. They kind of spoiled that one with the
something like
toys.
That. Yeah. Like yeah,
it happens. Like we can't control that, especially when during the pandemic time everything was being pushed back, and of course stores are not going to hold items for movie releases. They're just going to slap it out there. So I can see that happening.
So, well, that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about Power Rangers toys and how they affected the industry. That's right. Toys.
Uh-huh.
So, they were a huge hit. Huge hit. I mean, massive hit. And that made everyone start making toys like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Everybody
had to have their own version.
Oh, my goodness. Everyone had something like Power Rangers. We had Motorcycle Mice from Mars.
Yeah.
We had Mask came out. Remember the Centurions? I know it was early '90s. Remember the Centurions?
Yeah, remember that.
That was fun.
Yeah, they had to have spin-off shows.
Remember that.
What was the very, very popular one? VR Troopers
VR Troopers is not that popular.
No,
Beetleborgs is far more popular.
It was a popular spin-off of it.
Beetleborgs is a better spin-off.
No.
Yes.
Beetleborgs. You said that right?
Yeah, Beetleborgs.
I just got you to say it again.
I'm gonna drive down there. I'm gonna smack the
Bring it on, fancy pants.
But the funny part is, like, half of these other toys that they made were all done by Saban.
They were just like kind of except for Beetleborgs. That was a very popular show, and their toys sold really good as well.
That was actually the other morpher we had was Beetleborg morphers, the Beetleizers. Yeah, we actually had those. Those
and I was so mad they released them again, and I didn't get one.
I know they're really expensive right now. They made them out of metal too, which is kind of nice. Like they're actually made really nicely.
Yeah. From Japan too.
Yep.
Actually, after this recording, I'm gonna go check
them,
see if I can't probably get one because I know they're here in America. They gotta be.
Oh, you gotta go you could drive around a Target?
No, I have to go to like a Toku
eBay
store or something like that, like online.
Well, if you find one, let me know.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe I want one. I can't afford it right now, but maybe I want one.
All right.
Okay. So, what happened was they marketed these the words escape me today.
Impossible.
That's impossible. I failed math. I failed English. That's impossible. But they had all these commercials and all this stuff around the show. It wasn't just a show. They had commercials. Every time we saw a Power Rangers commercial, we got excited about it because it was like the Megazord or the figures or the bikes. They're the first show that had bikes for their characters that you could buy individually.
Oh yeah, they actually the Thunder bikes.
The Thunder bikes that not even the Thunder bikes, the ones that came before them. The Thunder bikes was season 2. We had the original one with the the Red Ranger and the Black and Blue Ranger had the sidecars. But we never actually got those that weren't micro machines. We got those as micro machines, but we never got those in particular as a figure.
Right.
But we did get the Power Blaster.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the Dragon Dagger and the Megazord and the power weapons. And every commercial had like that dude's like, and the thing is the thing. And it was
His voice was
amazing
iconic for that kind of commercials.
Oh, yeah.
And then...
You know, I'm probably going to slap one in here at some point. Editing Jim, take care of it. No.
No.
This is Editing Jim. Screw you.
Yeah.
It's 9:30 tonight. I'm tired. Get off your own ass and do it yourself.
And the marketing was crazy because they even went through McDonald's for toys, and it was crazy.
When you deal with the arches, you get widespread appeal
that's
really
everywhere.
quickly.
Yeah.
And they did the movie stuff with it. So the 97 movie they did with McDonald's, which was insane because it's McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah. So and it was aimed towards kids and it was really cool and dude, they knocked it out of the park. Like they really did it and it was amazing. From like 97, like 93 to like 2002, I want to say, up till like Lost Galaxy, Time Force. Time Force got a little weird for they stopped selling toys as much. Like they stopped selling as many toys. Back. That's when Disney picked it up.
Yeah, Disney got a little weird with their toys because they started mixing in like morph effects and random stuff that
what? We'll talk about Disney. We'll talk about Disney after this break.
Hey, Jim, how you cut me off like that, okay? I'm the host of the podcast. You're my delinquent duo. All right? You don't need to be cutting me off like that because I wanted to talk about Disney, all right? You don't cut a grown man off about Disney topics, all right? So as I was saying before that commercial, where Jim rudely did that to me, but Disney. So Disney had a very odd take on the Power Ranger toys. They did bring back the flip head action, and there was some like really odd ones. Like there was one where Jason, Billy, and Tommy.
Who's that?
They were all samurai ninjas. Not samurai ninjas. They were all samurai ranger flip heads. Honestly, some of the rarest ones out there.
And no one wanted them.
Just kidding. They
weird.
Didn't make them. They just had renders of them.
Yeah. Super weird. Yeah, super rare.
But yeah, Disney had a weird take. They did morphing ones. They did also some that were like they changed into animals or they changed into like Zord pieces.
Well, they kind of took a step back from the morphing ones. Like they kind of took a step back from it, and they just did the straight figures with like add-on pieces. They did a lot of that. That's what I was going to get to
too. They did a lot of like armored pieces that never made appearances in the show and weren't even in the Sentai. So
yeah, they even made like specialty rangers for the toys in RPM, which is super weird.
Yeah.
It
was very odd. So Disney, Disney took it a whole other place.
Disney had his own thing going on with it, and they're like, "We're gonna do more toys, more toys," and they just kept making toys and so many toys. And like, don't get me wrong, like, cool, you guys did a lot of toys, but like, I think they oversaturated the market with their toys.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, because they even came out with a whole extra set of like miniature Zord toys as well to go along with it. It was super weird. Like in the RPM season, they're releasing extra Zords to go along with it that were just miniatures of old Zords.
But I would have to say, if I could, I would definitely go back and get more Saban's toys because he made more very odd trinkets style, like the miniature ones. Where like you can't find them now.
The micro
ones.
The micro
machine ones.
Yeah, those are hard to find. Yeah, dude, he licensed everything. Holy Jesus, they licensed everything. It was insane.
So I would definitely go back. Saban's seemed a lot better because Disney went a weird way with it, and then now Hasbro has it. So
Hasbro has it, and Hasbro's keeping it kind of straight.
I think that it's been all right with Hasbro. It's been pretty good.
Like, the quality control is a little iffy sometimes, but in the majority of the cases that we're getting, it's pretty good.
Can't complain.
Yeah. So, like, I kind of hope they don't fall. Like, I hope they don't fall back in the trap of making toys for the show. Which, that's actually what happened. Like, they made the toys for the shows, and we got stuck in this loop there for a little bit back in the early mid 90s where they were just making toys just so happen they can have a show go along with, like, He-Man.
Yeah.
He-Man, like, He-Man wasn't even his own property. They made He-Man just to have a show to sell the toys, and we perpetually just kept making toys to sell, hopefully maybe the show gets picked up and they can sell more toys. Like, there's a show called Mummies, I think it was, or like Kung Fu Mummies or something like that. And they made the show, like, they made the toys, then they made the show, and they were trying to sell, and they only got like one season. It was super weird. It was kind of funny because, like, Mummies who did Kung Fu, it was super weird. But, like, we got stuff like that. And we got, like, motorcycle mice from Mars. We got, what's the other one that we got? She-Ra was another one.
She-Ra?
We got a lot of weird, She-Ra. Yeah, She-Ra was one of them, too.
Thundercats?
Thundercats was another one. Thundercats was an older property, though. But the female counterpart of He-Man is She-Ra.
Oh, that's right.
God, just get your head out of it. It has a great animated show on Netflix that was designed to sell toys.
Where do I hit the not interested button on this?
You know what? Just close the call. It's fine.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. But, yeah. So, man, there's a lot.
Come on, you can do it. I see the wheels turning. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Say something fun.
I don't know. There's a lot in here.
Well, okay, so we had all these, like, shows coming out that were essentially toy selling shows.
You've already said that.
I know, and I'm trying to continue the thought here. Hold on. God, just ruining this whole train of thought. But I created this legacy of toys, and, like, you know, we had the Legacy Edition toys and stuff like that. I know, cool, right? But it created this legacy of male action figures, or the action figure branding of toys. Like, we never really had action figures up till we had Power Rangers, and that's when we started getting action figures, because even G.I. Joes at the time weren't action figures. They were
more dolls, because they were based off of Barbies.
Yeah. But they weren't called action figures. They were I think they were called G.I. Joes.
That was I got to look that up again, because I think they were called G.I. Joes. They weren't called anything specific.
Yeah, I think and, like, the only other company that did anything action figure-y was Star Wars with Mattel, I think it was. But that was, like, their third run, and they started making kind of action figure, like, action-esque figures. Like, Boba Fett had that thing that shot off the rocket that shot off his back that, like, killed kids. Like, you lost your eye. And so there wasn't really any action figures per se at all. And so Power Rangers came out, and they were the ones who pioneered the action figures. And so now we have an entire toy line, like entire toy lines of action figures. Mm-hmm. Like, heck, I know for a fact if it wasn't for Power Rangers, we wouldn't have gotten anything cool from Jurassic Park when it came out.
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. We wouldn't have gotten anything cool, like, at all. Like, it wasn't even, like, the Jurassic Park wasn't even a kid's movie, but, like, we could sell toys on this stuff, and they sold toys for Jurassic Park.
They took the idea of Power Rangers, they ran with it, and they tried to market it to a kid audience. And at that time, we were very impressionable with movies and toys. With
our no monies, and we could scream at the parents, like, "Give me this, please!"
But again, back then, everything was so much cheaper.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I remember, like, as a kid, I remember, like, I think we got, like, a Zeo Pink Ranger one time, an action figure. I think it was like $7. I think it was.
Yeah. Remember that?
Something like that. It was really cheap, and I remember, like, we grew up poor, and I remember our dad having a conversation with us about how much it was going to cost to get.
Yeah.
And stuff, and like $7, man. Like that's a lot of money right there.
Back then, 90s that was.
Yeah, heck, it's still a lot of money now. Like, you know what? You know how awkward it is when you walk into a Starbucks for like $7.
First of all,
just
I don't walk into Starbucks.
I
don't even go near Starbucks.
Why would I? Starbucks? Where do you go? Do you go to Dutch Bros?
I don't get coffee.
Do you know what Dutch Bros
it's a coffee
is?
Place.
It's a better Starbucks.
Okay, Jim, calm down. Calm your memory glands.
I will not calm down. I need you to know this. The Starbucks sucks.
Today's episode brought to you by Starbucks.
Man, this is a great Digimon podcast.
Whoa.
What did he just say to us? That is not
this.
the Digimon podcast.
It's not a Digimon podcast, like Billy said over there. No, this is a Power Rangers podcast.
Yeah, Jacob.
That skull. Get it right.
Get it right.
God. Welcome to Gundam Snips ASMR.
We're the only place we can listen in to Jacob snipping plastic.
Be prepared for double
trouble when he cuts his own finger
and calls the EMS
of Gundams
and gets a large bill in 6 to 8 weeks
of $4,000 for going 4 miles
that his insurance will cover.
That his insurance will never cover.
He has to call the hospital to get an itemized receipt to lower the bill.
And then he has to fake his own death to get out of the bill entirely.
Cool, keep it together. Good you.
Oh my God. All right, welcome back from that episode. The next topic for us is the discussion of lasting impact of Power Ranger toys have had on the toy industry.
You guys like how I've been writing this stuff down, right?
I actually was...
He didn't even read this.
I read through that.
I know, great. So, the toy industry, like we have a problem with the toy industry right now. A big one, too. We're running out of kids.
Okay, that's actually a fair point, because I've been seeing a bunch of that our population is not having enough kids.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're not having enough kids at all. And to be fair, it's not just us. It's every country in the world's having the exact same problem, where they're not having enough kids to reload the population.
Right. So what you're saying is, me and everybody else that collects toys in our 30s and 40s and stuff is holding this country together, huh?
Yeah, you do. Like, you're like the middle class, just like it. If it wasn't for you,
thanks,
we wouldn't have anything. But it's not just that. It's also, we have video games, and the price for toys are going up.
Yeah,
the price of video game, everything, the price of everything's going up, and we got to make our dollars stretch longer. Right. And so that's another issue we're having as well. Is we just can't afford it anymore, and so look at Lightning Collection. It started off at $19 for one. Now what is it now?
$27 now.
$27 for a Lightning Collection figure, and that's without plastic.
That's a basic figure too. That's not the deluxes and stuff. You start getting
that's not deluxes.
You get into the deluxe figures, $35 with tax.
That's easily $40 right there.
I mean,
easily,
if you want a Zord, the Zords are $200 with shipping.
Yep, and that's just the Zap Zords. And even just the basic Megazords, like from Dino Fury.
Oh yeah,
they're $60-something.
They were like $50. Yeah.
Yeah, they're up there too. And that's not including the price of Legos. Legos we have a problem with. Legos are super expensive now too. Like I was looking at this head sculpt of the Mandalorian as a Lego, right? I was like, oh what? I kind of want one. $80. I'm like, nope.
Yeah. Remember that Pokeball I showed you? I was like.
Yeah, $50.
$50. No thanks.
Yep. Yeah, I want to get the metal ones, like the ones that the really nice ones.
The $100 ones.
For $50, for $100, I'd rather get that than the Lego one. Damn.
I'd get one of those Pokeballs.
I know where they sell them too.
You bastard.
Yep. Well, yeah, we have this problem, and it's a problem for Hasbro to deal with because Hasbro's like the big toy company right now. They're really the only ones in the game right now.
I don't know.
They bought Mattel. They bought Barbie. Oh, Barbie's not Mattel. They bought everyone. They're essentially a monopoly
You mean
now.
they're buying the brands?
No, they're buying other companies. They don't just buy the brands; they buy other companies. So they bought Wizards of the Coast. They bought. They're in partnership with. They bought Power Rangers. They bought Mattel. They've bought. What's the other one?
Fact check this.
Yeah. Let's go right now. Let's see.
Because I know that they're trying to
Hasbro.
monopoly the game right now. But the thing is, that they favor a lot of their money to the popular ones, the long-running ones, like G.I. Joe and Star Wars. That's why Power Rangers didn't get a lot of love.
They own G.I. Joe, Monopoly, Nerf, Play School, My Little Pony, Transformers, Peppa, PJ, Power Rangers, Littlest Pet Shop, and Tonka. They bought Tonka.
I was about to say, because Mattel is their own thing.
Yeah, well, let's see. Hasbro, let's see. Wizards, they bought subsidiaries. They own Fun School, Hasbro Gaming, Hasbro Lab, Hasbro Pulse, Play School, Tonka. They also own SG. They have kid. They own 60% of Kids TV.
Oh.
They own 40% of Discovery Family. They own all the Wizards of the Coast. They own Allspark, which was a Hasbro LLC.
Ah.
E1 Music, they own that.
Yeah.
There's a huge list of USP. They own Tiger Electronics.
Okay.
Milton, that's the other one they bought. Milton. Kenner, they bought Kenner.
Okay, Kenner has been around for a long time.
Yeah, they bought Kenner. They own Cranium.
Kenner.
Classic Television.
Kenner was the first ones to produce the Star Wars.
Star Wars, yep. First one. They also own Action Man, Battle Beast, Beyblade. Oh. They own Beyblade. Oh my god! Like half of the stuff you go into the store look at. Like they do all the Pokemons. Oh, they did all the Pokemon from 1998 to 2005. They did all the Pokemon. They did all the Overwatch toys from 2019 to 2020. They're currently doing all the Star Wars.
Of course.
They also do Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Lincoln Logs. Wait, they own Zoids? God dang it. Okay.
Yeah.
They own Zoids, WWF figures. Yeah.
What do you think is a challenge faced by the toy industry right now?
The biggest one is oversaturation.
That I would say that, and then they're trying to find the cheapest buck to produce these things too.
Oh yeah, that's always been a thing, man.
You know, changing warehouses where they make it, shipping delays, QC delays, the time it takes for them to put something into production is like a 2 to 3 year process.
Oh yeah, that's always been a thing. Like, you know, heck, look at Power Rangers. Like they knew exactly where they were taking Power Rangers when they bought it. They knew exactly what they're doing with it. They knew they're taking Cosmic Fury. They knew all that stuff. And toys take a while to get through production and stuff as well, and that's why they want to show it along with it so they can sell it or market the thing.
Definitely.
And I think the biggest issue we have currently is oversaturation. Like, there's too much stuff in the market.
Not a lot of people are buying.
And people are too spread thin.
I mean, if you look, you can go like the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Take for example, because we kind of know more about that. In Space Silver and Blue Centurion came out, and then 2 weeks later, right to clearance. Like they're just trying to push these things out because like nobody's wanting to buy them. Yeah.
That actually might be a Target thing. They're selling at Target, right?
So Target's probably just trying to push them out the door. It looks like. Yeah.
Maybe they have something lined up for Christmas. Maybe.
I have no idea.
Who knows? Well, we don't know. we don't have any insider tips, guys. No, we don't have any insider tips at all.
Take the wire off, Jimmy.
But But like I really think I think it's oversaturation. Like there's so much stuff out there. There's not enough, not enough kids. A, not enough money. B, and that's where we're running into this problem. And that's why they're trying. I think that's why they're raising the prices of everything too. Is because if they're not buying as much, get your money back somehow. Like we just saw massive layoffs at Hasbro. Anyways, Hasbro just laid off a bunch of people. I think they laid off like 1,000 people, something like that.
Plus then they started laying off actual spokespeople of the brands. Yeah, basically, like if you're not in G.I. Joe and Star Wars and Hasbro, you're pretty much on the line.
Yeah. You've heard the Star Wars stuff is really nice out of Hasbro.
Star Wars is like going under, man. Like they're not. They're just basically doing repaints of most stuff now. I don't know. I hear a bunch of stuff about Black Series and stuff like they should just stop with the Black Series.
Oh yeah.
But I have a feeling that they're gonna come back with plastic packaging, but it's gonna be card back because that's what Marvel's doing. But I don't know if it's Marvel's doing it for all their new toys or if it's just for their Legends or if it's like a specific off-brand of Legends.
I don't know, but Hasbro does Marvel.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Yeah, so it might just be how they're doing their stuff for that and whatnot because that's his own thing. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, especially the industry. Like with the toys industry, it's so hard to tell you what's going to happen next because. Like, I didn't think Funkos were going to be a thing.
Me neither.
Like, I was like, oh, Funkos. I was like, oh, whatever. Those are stupid. I remember
when they first made those things. I was like, oh, that's cool. I don't think that's going to last. Look at it now.
Also, to be fair, I don't think they last really was really cheap.
Yeah, like, what are they now, $12? Well, they have also went up in price, too.
Not even 12 Like, you can get most of them for about $10
If you find them in store. If you go through, like, resellers and stuff, Jesus Christ.
Like you can pick up. Well, if you have one you like that no one really cares about, you can get it pretty cheap. Like I got the Tina Rainbow Tina for like $7.
Yeah,
because no one wanted it, but I wanted it, so I got it for cheap.
What happens?
Yeah, and so like I don't know, like I want to have what's going to happen next kind of already down, but I mean I can't tell you because it's just. Things are weird, like the fluctuations of the toy industry and of consumerism is all over the place.
Like when because I mean they could drop something midsummer and then not sell, but they could drop something else like near October and they'll sell out. It's just hard. It's hard to gauge it.
It's hard to gauge it and stuff. Like hey, they could do what remember Spider-Man Unlimited, the weird one that was so they showed like the first 2 episodes. And they tried to sell some, like they sent toys out to try to sell. It didn't sell well, but then they redid it. They stopped it and they did it again the next year and it sold really well.
Right.
So it was just weird.
Yeah, that's crazy too, because like a lot of the toys that didn't sell very well, they're really sought after now. And you know, hell, like a lot of the old school Power Ranger toys are just ridiculous. Like if you still like the original flip heads, if you still got them mint card back, they're pretty penny now.
Are they like $80 a piece?
I don't know. I've never checked the market.
I know they're up there, and because we have a set, and I always wondered what it was. I'm like, I wonder what it is now, what the price is.
Yeah.
Especially the Lightning Collection coming out. Yeah, the original card back is way, way, way more expensive. Like even the original Megazords are stupidly expensive.
Real. The originals, yeah.
I remember the Time Force ones were made with die cast.
Oh yeah.
Those were pretty fun.
I always like the odd Zords that they made, like the Super Train Megazord and stuff like that.
That was cool. I
always liked those off ones that they used in the show, but like you just never saw toys of them. Like we never saw those in person.
The training Megazord, yeah, it was
a real thing. Like we never had one or knew of somebody that had.
Oh yeah, no, we could never afford one. Like they were super expensive. Like it was like a play set, man. Like you got those, it was a play set. But
we see that it's going in a good direction though. At least like an opportunity for the future. What's a good opportunity? Like Hasbro's doing good. There's some hiccups. They're going in the right direction.
Well, kind of.
They do have competing brands, which I actually love the competition brands. Like Super 7's making Power Ranger toys now. They're like licensing out.
Those are small industry things, though. Those are really small. Though I really want that Super 7 Homer Simpson like space shuttle
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I really want that one.
So
Like I really want their Simpson lineup. Okay, but that's the point. The point is, like, dude, like I don't know, man. They own too much of the market, and they also have they have shareholders they have to deal with. They have investors and stuff like that. And so I don't think they're gonna do anything to push the envelope too much unless it's something crazy. It's like unless someone else comes up with some other cool idea that they can't replicate, they're not going to push anything on it at all. Like they're stuck in their ways and like, oh, this is what's working for us for the last 50 years.
The one thing I do not like is, especially like if you look at Hasbro, the spokespeople for the brands, they pull them off of a brand and put them on a new brand. And they don't know nothing about that brand.
Yeah,
like
well, that's an executive decision at that point. Like
I don't like that because you saw it with they said they released a transcript of the fourth quarter sales, whatever, and we're explaining why Power Rangers was the lowest earning, and one of the things that they were saying was they'll pull people and put them in that position, but the people don't know nothing about the Power Rangers brand.
So they can't sell it. Like they can't be like, this stuff.
And then they were saying that they were pulling funds. They were pulling money from Power Rangers to supply G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, stuff like that.
They're selling
something
brands.
That was selling at the time, and Power Rangers still wasn't selling as well as they wanted. But they said that their Power Rangers did create profit, but not as much as everything else. Because and
that's the other thing is it's created only just enough profit to get by, and they don't want that. They want to maximize their profits. They were saying
pre-orders for Power Ranger pre-orders was only breaking a couple $1,000 when pre-orders from Transformers, G.I. Joe, Star Wars were breaking 20,000+ pre-order sales.
Oh yeah, and they're not going to do they're not going to go out their way to to support something that's not going to make a lot of money, and that goes back to how their economics are set up. Is they're trying to maximize their profits on everything.
So an opportunity I see here is they're going the right way. They're making the 30th anniversary special. I think that might introduce a lot of new fans to Power Rangers, and then they got Cosmic Fury, which is an all-American adaptation.
Well, did you see the trailer numbers for the Netflix? Like how many people watched the trailer? Like the first couple of days. So like it barely cracked 250,000.
Oh, that's right. I heard something about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very high at all. But then all the review people who talked about it all cracked like 600,000.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. That the people that were given it exposure got more views than the actual trailer. Yeah, that's right.
Which might be a good thing. It might be a bad thing.
It could introduce a lot of new people, a younger generation to the Power Rangers. They got the American adaptation.
Might even pull back those old fans who left the series.
Exactly. That might pull back, say, hey, this is what we're doing with the series now. I can see that. I can see it with a lot of other brands too, but time will tell, I guess. We'll have to see how this goes this year and see if we see any improvements on the earnings. I think we'll be all right. I think so. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll just see where it goes and whatnot, and go off of that. Because, well, if it ends at Cosmic Fury, like I'm okay with that. Like I don't think it's an end because they bought the brand.
Yeah,
they bought the brand for a lot of money, and they want to make their money back from it, and they have a plan.
Yeah, they got it.
But I think it's just not doing as well as they hoped it would do right away because you can never tell. Well, they bought it, and then COVID happened.
Right. Now,
that threw everything kind of in a spiral.
I did see that they're moving filming from New Zealand. They're bringing it back to, I think they said it was Canada.
Yeah, Canada's pretty cheap to film.
They're bringing it back here.
We might get someone and get called a hoser on the set. You hoser?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Well, maybe. Hopefully it gets back in Canada. That'd be kind of cool if it was in Canada because that's where they filmed all of Supernatural. Everything Supernatural got filmed. I will miss the greenery, but I'm okay with it coming back to the North America.
The North America style. Yeah.
Yeah, because then we get to see cars driving the right side of the right side of the car.
Actual cars that we could recognize here.
That's right. Is that a Mitsubishi something?
Yeah.
No. That's called a K car. A what? A K car. A what?
So, in conclusion, we're...
Wait. Before the conclusion, we'll do one more break. You're looking for that one special toy? You're looking to find that part of your collection that you can't find anywhere else? You want to come on down to Finster's Figures. He got everything. Anything you're going to want, he can probably find it. If you're looking for that Zap Megazord, or you're looking for that one Megazord that you just can't find the Dragon part for, you go down to Finster Figures. If you need to have those classic collection that Sam got of those 1998 walkie-talkies, you go to Finster Figures. He got them in stock. And if he doesn't get them in stock, he can find them for you. If you can't find them for you, he's going to go and steal them from Sam. That again is Finster Figures on 4th and 35th Street.
So, in conclusion of today's episode, we are toy guys. We grew up in basically the golden age of toys. We grew up, we've seen it. We've seen the transitions it's taken. Now that we have adult money, you have
adult money. I have adult savings.
I got that too. I have adult 3 bank accounts, so.
Jesus. I have adult credit cards that I am afraid of looking at the statements.
Oh my God. But yeah, so yeah. We partake in it now. We see where it's going. The technology of the toys have just drastically changed from when we were kids till now. Like 7 points of articulation when we were kids, 27 now. We're getting morphers, we're getting transformable things. It's cool to see it right before
daggers.
Yeah, we got I got a goddamn power sword, buddy.
Like we get we're getting stuff we've always
as
wanted.
Kids, but we're getting them now.
And you keep them in the box. It's fine. I get it.
Yeah.
And it's fun, and I love that we're getting toys. And I like the fact that we get to do nerdy things and get to have nerdy things, and no one questions adults having toys now. Some people might still, but no one really questions oh, hey, you got some toys? Awesome. Yeah, we got toys. I go to friends' houses who aren't nerds, aren't into collecting. They have fucking toys there too. One of my friends, they have a bunch of Harry Potter stuff, just in their bedroom, and I'm like, well, don't you not like toys? Well, I like these kind of toys.
Everybody's got a niche.
Everyone has a niche, sir. Not niche. Niche.
What's your niche?
Pronounce it. I can't say it on the public radio.
But yeah, so.
But it's
a
fun. Just go and enjoy yourself.
As long as you're having fun, hey, why not?
As long as you're having fun, not hurting anyone, go have fun with it, man. Enjoy yourself. And I'm here for it. I want to see where this goes, and maybe in 5 years we might get even cooler stuff.
So
we might have 30 points of articulation.
All right. So on the count of 3, we're gonna say what's on our minds. 1, 2, 3. Toys.
Wait, what?
So.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. We had that 1 minute thing. We gotta try now too.
Do that right now. So if you've made it this long with us and love our banter and stuff, we decided.
Wait, we have banter?
We decided to introduce a new segment that we're going to do at the end of our episodes, and we're going to allow our guests to partake in this because it's always fun to mess with them. But our new segment is going to be One Breath Rants. And basically, you're going to take one breath and rant until you can't speak no more. So, and I know Jim's got one, so I'm going to let him do the inaugural.
I always got one in the chamber. Inaugural? You want me to do the inaugural one? You're going to do
the wine shattering on the boat here, bud. And go.
All right, give me a second. Take a deep breath in. I got this.
Okay. This will be great.
why do you gotta make the toys so damn expensive? Like, why is it so damn expensive? Like, I know, like, we're making adult money, but like, why do I have to work like a whole hour to afford a toy? Like, what's going on here? This is ridiculously annoying. And then you go and then you're always making all these new things. I'm like, okay, cool, that's kind of cool, awesome. But there's no like actual new stuff. It's all just repaints of things. I'm like, come on, guys. And then why don't like. Why do we always sit there and go like, oh, cool, let's go to the store? And then you look at stuff in the store, you're like, man, this is kind of nifty, but it's too damn expensive. And then you go to collector shops, and they're even more expensive, and everything else. And I'm like,
Thanks, One Lung Jim.
You want to do one?
Good. I'm
you
good.
Do one?
I'm already at the end.
You already done?
So,
all right.
Thanks again for listening to this episode of Zero to Hero with Billy and Jim, the Boca Skull Podcasting. You can always catch us on Twitter and Instagram at zeotohero. And Facebook at Not Lightning Collection, but.
And always make sure you hit up our Discord server, discord.zeotohero.com.
We finally got rid of that capture bot because apparently
people can't figure it out, apparently. Whatever. But yeah, come on over, say hi, join the discussion, and come hang out. And heads up, new episodes going up here, I want to say later this next week. So the week after hearing this, it should go up here soon. And there's a link to support us. There's a link for get to our shop. The Zero to Hero partners are all there. We're all there. We're
wacky
and
British.
Wacky padaki.
But all right.
All right, guys. Well, we'll catch you all
Goodbye.
later
then. Do you want to be a hero, but you're not? Do you want to be a Jiro or a Kojiro, but you can't because you're not Japanese? Have you considered Zeo to Hero? Remember, heroes come and go. Idiots are forever. Jimbalee!
I was thinking, I was like, why don't we do a group photo of all of us and as raccoons, and like Willie's raccoon could be a cosplay. One of his cosplays like Inuyasha or something like that. And, you know, Mark's can be the red Cornish Ranger as a pullover sweater. And then Tony could be a raccoon in a wheelchair. And then like Ben's raccoon can have the Red Ranger's pullover but holding a movie reel.
That'd be kind of good, yeah.
And then Sam can have her raccoon with black eyeliner.
Black highlighter and half dead.
Yeah.
Look like a raccoon like a hit by a car.
Walking with an IV drip.
walking with a walker. No, riding one of those scooters.
On a jazzy.
And it's like she just hits like Tien like bam.
I'm down.
He's on the back dying because she hit him.
Boom, boom.
God damn it! Yes, I'm here for this.
We could have a TV show called The Ranger's Nest.